Are you down to your last roll of toilet paper and freaking out because it's still out of stock? Well, thanks to this Brondell Swash 1000 Bidet toilet seat, when it comes to cleaning your ass during a pandemic, you'll never be SOL again. Stick around. Hey, this is Rob again from PickyDaddy.com, where we review all the best stuff to waste your money on. Now, if you've seen our other videos, you know that we try to put a little bit of a humorous spin on a lot of the products that we review. But today, in all seriousness, we are still in the middle of this crazy coronavirus pandemic, so I really hope that everyone is listening to their government officials and staying home, staying safe, so we can beat this thing. Now, speaking of healthy, just because we're in the middle of a pandemic doesn't mean you have to stop practicing good hygiene. That's especially true in the bathroom. Unfortunately, you still have a bunch of morons out there hoarding toilet paper, which means store shelves continue to be empty, so people have been resorting to other ways to wipe their butts, from non-flushable paper towels to even used corn cobs. Really, thanks a lot, Mike Huckabee, for that visual. But listen, before you resort to using used vegetables, there is a better way. The bidet! Hallelujah! 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 Now, I'll freely admit, I never really considered a bidet before, because like most guys, the thought of having a pressure washer shot up my butt really wasn't something that was all that appealing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But after countless attempts to buy toilet paper online and in the stores, I said, screw it, bring it on. And let me tell you, I'm so glad I did. The clean feeling I get after indulging in 3 portions of my wife's chili is like nothing you can match wiping with toilet paper. Now, I did a lot of research into bidets before I got one, and it was a lot more complicated than I thought. I mean, I thought originally it was just like attaching a garden hose to a toilet and that was it. But no, they come in a lot of different shapes, sizes, have a lot of different features. I mean, it's almost like buying a car, and in some cases, it could be almost as expensive. So ultimately, the one I chose was this Brondell Swash 1000, which I got on the Brondell outlet for $2.99, but it's also available on Amazon, which there'll be a link in the description so you can go check it out. Now, I got this one because it had enough features that I felt would make it easier to adjust to bidet life. So I'll kind of go over all the features that you can do with the remote here. So you can do either a rear or a front wash. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory which one you would choose. And I promise you, it does not lift you off the seat like a geyser, even though the picture may indicate that, so don't worry about that. When you feel like your butt is clean enough, you can hit the stop button. This move button is like an oscillation function that will move up and down, so you can make sure you're getting a good clean, all over the place there. There's a dry function on this one, which is one of the features that I did want. This doesn't come on some of the less expensive models. This is basically like if you pull down your pants in a public restroom and stuck your butt in front of one of those Dyson hand dryers. That's kind of what that does. Now you can adjust the water pressure and the dry temperature with this one. So when you first start it up, the water pressure is kind of weak, so you may want to crank that up to the max to get a really good clean. That's usually what I do. The nozzle position. So again, you can move where the nozzle position is, based on where you're sitting on the seat. And you can, and even with the oscillation function, you can work that in conjunction with that. It comes with a heated seat, so especially in the winter, if you're going first thing in the morning, you can choose that and have a nice warm toasty seat. You can adjust the width of the spray. These are all fun things to talk about, I'm sure, but if you want a more concentrated spray, you can do that. If you want something a little bit more wide that covers more area, you can do that. And also there's 3 settings for the water temperature. There's like a low, medium, and high. I personally like the highest setting, a nice and warm setting. It feels actually really nice. There's also a sterilization and deodorization feature. I haven't really used any of these yet. Thankfully, my poops doesn't smell all that bad, I think. But if your shit does stink, then you may want to use one of these functions. All right, so I'm going to kind of give you a demo of how this thing works. So the way the remote works, and the way to start is you have to actually be sitting on a seat. And there's a detector. So I'm going to put my foot here. As you can see, it will do a kind of a quick sanitation spray there before it starts. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the rear button here. And I'm going to choose. I can change the. It's gonna do a little bit of a purge there, and then the nozzles will extrude in a moment. You see the nozzle coming out there. little bit freaky. And actually it's spraying. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, crap. I should probably maybe not do that, or should I put a cup there or something? But you can see how, if I adjust the spray here, a little wide spray, I'm getting my iPhone all wet here. Hopefully it still works. Probably should get a towel or something. Yeah, you get the idea. Look at the oscillation function here. You can see it moving back and forth. So just imagine your butt, on the end of this. That's a pretty good deep clean, I would say so, wouldn't you think? So we'll go ahead and stop now. And I'll probably get a towel now to clean all that up. But that's basically how it works. Then the dry function here, just press the dryer. And you can see that's what it sounds like. Again, it sounds like one of those hand dryers that you would do in the bathroom. Okay, so I'm all cleaned up now from that. So let's talk about now about hooking it up. It's actually not that complicated. So basically, obviously, first of all, you're going to want to remove your old toilet seat. And then you're going to want to shut off, your water supply down there. You'll probably have, a water line connector that goes from the water line directly to your toilet. So basically what you have to do is, if you can see under here, the unit comes with this T-valve that you have to replace it with. So you're going to hook the water line up to that T-valve, and then this hose, you hook the other part, this hose that comes with the bidet, it comes in here, right? So you're basically, directing the water from the main line in there, and then there's another connector up to the toilet there. On this side here, here's the outlet. You don't have to plug it in, obviously, and so you want to make sure that you obviously have an outlet that is, easily accessible to the toilet. If it's across the room, they really don't recommend running extension cords, and that would be kind of weird also, I think. You also do need to make sure that your outlet is GFCI protected for obvious reasons, right? I mean, we're dealing with water, and as everyone knows, water and electricity mix about as well as orange juice and mayonnaise. Actually, nothing really mixes well with mayonnaise. Feel free to discuss amongst yourselves. Also, the remote here, it comes with this nice magnetic attachment here, so it's nice and convenient for to put right there when you're going. Just pick it up while you're sitting on there and do your business. And that's about it. So there it is, the Brondell Swash 1000. Go ahead and give it a try. I promise you, your butt and your sewer will thank you. Now, if you do like this video, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our other spectacular upcoming videos. Also, go check out our blog at pickydaddy.com, where we write up reviews of even more stuff that you can waste your money on. Well, until then, this is Rob from pickydaddy.com. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.
PickyDaddy.com